Yeah, this is Mazi Chris Namdo Hezgos, Prof. I want to educate you a little bit about what we call Ezendibo in anywhere in the world. Ezendibo. If you like, you can call it king, because by English meaning or English dictionary meaning, Eze by Igbo language means king. Now, but let me educate us a little bit, because the controversy emanating from Ghana about the Ezendibo, saga, and the call for Ndibo or the Nigerian people to vacate Ghana. Nigeria must go protest in Ghana. Let me educate us a bit. In fact, apart from our Igbo people who are misled or who are misunderstanding the situation, I want to also use this medium to educate our brothers who are from other tribes or who are even from other parts of the world that may not really understand the true meaning of that cultural representation. Now, let me tell you, Ezendi Igbo outside Igbo land does not mean original king or original Igwe or Eze, as the case may be. By standard, Eze or Igwe or a king of any community in Igbo land does not live abroad. The coronation does not take place abroad. And their rulership is not for abroad. It's for the local community of Igbo land, where the person comes from. But these SMB Igbos or Igbo kings that we have in different countries or in diaspora, whether it's in Lagos, Abuja, or any part of Africa, African country, like the case in Ghana, in South Africa, in America, China, everywhere. These people simply represent the kings from their villages, from their communities. They are more like ambassadors, just like you have ambassador of embassy of your country in another country. And you know by right, the ambassador represents your country's president. But does that make the ambassador president? No. The ambassador is not your president, but represent your government or your president outside your country. So that certain situations or certain diplomatic situations abroad, that ambassador and the embassy can be able to represent you or support you in terms of whatever situation that you may be passing through. The same way we have these, our kings or Ezes in different countries abroad. What they do is helping their original kings from home to fly the flag of our culture and tradition anywhere we find ourselves as Igbo people or Igbo tribe. They are ambassadors of our culture and tradition. They help to make sure that our culture and tradition does not die. They continue to inform our people who live abroad to be conscious of where they come from, their roots, their culture and tradition, before they forget. Many of our people who give birth abroad, who have children abroad, raise children abroad, and somehow, those children are not opportune or do not have privilege to return home or go home by these our elders or kings in diaspora, representing our kings and our culture, holding our culture, being custodian of our culture and tradition abroad, organizing cultural events from time to time. Through this means, those our children that are born abroad or raised abroad, or even some of our people that live all their life abroad, can be able to identify with this our original culture and be able to imbibe it, so that our culture and tradition will not die. Even our language. I'm using English language to explain this so that other tribes can be able to understand what this thing is all about. These elders or kings are not in those countries in diaspora to hijack the kingship of the owners of the land where they are hosted. No, they are only representing culture and tradition of where they come from. They are still foreigners in that land. They are still foreigners. So, and they also have means or ways they intervene when our people have problems in those countries. Not everything the embassy can help you or can assist you with in our countries abroad. As a witness, somebody who has traveled far and wide, most times we get help more easily through all those our elders, all those our kings, all those our community, associations. So that's what it is. They are more like Igbo leadership or leaders of our communities in diaspora, even though we may have presidents of unions. But as Eze, they are more highly respected, just as we respect our original kings back home. This is what it's all about. Have this understanding and know peace. As we have Eze, Igbo or Igbo kings in different countries abroad, so we have even Yoruba Obas in different countries. In the Gambia, when I was in Gambia, we used to have Oba of Yoruba community in the Gambia. The same way we have Seriki for Ghana, for Hausa people in different countries. So the same way other tribes of Africa, other African countries have these things in other locations, that they have their people as foreigners. This is how it is. Even Indians, Chinese people, any country where they have community. They have those that represent their culture, that they respect also. It doesn't mean hijacking the country or the culture of the country where they are hosted. Have this understanding. Please share this video, educate others.